So I'll share a number with you. We put about $900 million into the Atlanta Beltline. Clyde Higgs, President and CEO for the Atlanta Beltline. We're right here at the Cultural Exchange in the middle of World Cup. Very exciting times. Yeah, so it's exciting times for us. And so if you think about the Atlanta Beltline, we started this project over 20 years ago. And on Friday, we delivered the 17th mile of the Atlanta Beltline. That was a historic milestone for us. And what we did is we delivered on the south side. And so we finished a portion on the east side. We finished a portion on the west side, but now finishing the south side segment. Now you literally can traverse the city 17 miles from the east side to the west side, from the west side to the east side. And that was the big significance of what happened on Friday. We had over 500 people from the community to come out for this ribbon cutting. So again, as we think about the history of Atlanta and what it means, being at this moment, having 17 miles of the Beltline completed, again, it's a historic milestone. You need to go see it. We have containers over there that the Beltline is situated. And so we're allowing small businesses to operate in these small containers. They pay $250 a month to be in these containers. And then they get access to all of the foot traffic that's going to be right there on the Beltline. Yeah. And so that's our whole commercial affordability strategy for small local businesses to be able to afford to be right there on the Atlanta Beltline. Yeah. So for the Atlanta Beltline, we describe it as the people's project. And to really be the people's project, you have to be accessible. And not only from an infrastructure perspective, but from a financial perspective, and making sure that as we make investments in infrastructure, that all of Atlanta is winning because of this investment. And so I'll share a number with you. We put about $900 million into the Atlanta Beltline to date, which is a big number. But what we've seen is over $14 billion of private investment that's followed us. That's a great number. That's good. But we need to make sure that it's really touching long-term residents, long-time residents of Atlanta to make sure that they're financially winning because of this big investment. So that's the big part of what we're trying to do. We're saying vote, like you heard Mayor Franklin say, vote. That's key. But for the Beltline, so there's a whole team. So we have a team of about 100 people at the Atlanta Beltline organization. And there's a dedicated team to make sure we do exactly that, to make sure that Black and brown, small businesses, women-owned businesses are winning because of this investment. And that's all they do, is making sure that communities of color are getting those opportunities. And so if you think about our minority business participation on that $900 million spend, that's something that we're very intentional about, not only from the past, not only from the present, but for the future. And so many of those efforts that you heard the mayor talk about today when it comes to making sure that Atlanta is this group project, and Atlanta is a place where things are happening with us and not to us. The Beltline is no different in that sense. So I've been CEO for the Atlanta Beltline for about 7.5 years now. And what I would tell younger people is, like, the good stuff is in the gray area. And so make sure that every interaction that you have with someone, they know something that you don't know. They know someone that you don't know. So I know this might sound like Captain Obvious here, but get to know people and add value to a relationship versus just taking. Like, what can you provide in an interaction that's going to provide value to that person? Learn, read, get involved in your community, and I'll say the basics, but go vote. The basics, go vote. Thanks again for these questions. My name is Clyde Higgs. I'm the president and CEO for the Atlanta Beltline. You can find the Beltline at beltline.org. You can find me at Clyde in the Community on Instagram. You can find me at Clyde Higgs on LinkedIn as well. But come visit the Beltline, beltline.org.